Oh, God. It's hard to be a Star Wars fan. Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, here to talk with you about Star Wars. Last week, the trailer for the upcoming Disney Channel Star Wars Resistance was released. And what do you think happened after that? Fans got excited that they got new Star Wars content? Or excited that there's a whole new type of Star Wars out there for younger people? No, of course not. Toxic fans got angry and upset that Disney wasn't making a Star Wars movie aimed just for them and no one else. Now I'm going to be completely honest with you. When I heard about this cartoon coming out, I didn't care at all. When the trailer came out, I didn't even watch it until Saturday. You know why? Because I'm a grown man. I don't care about cartoons for kids. Now, if my son wanted to watch this, I would be happy to watch it with him. In fact, I used to watch Hannah Montana all the time with my daughter. And yes, I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't go out and watch Hannah Montana by myself. Okay, maybe I would have the first couple of seasons. But that last season, Hannah Montana Forever, when they moved, I wouldn't have watched that at all. So I do get the appeal that you can make something for kids that adults can like also. But the problem I have is, how can you say it's just for kids and adults won't like it either when no one has even seen it? And another problem is, why can't it be just aimed for kids? Star Wars is not just for you. It's not just for the fans. Star Wars is for everybody. They can do a whole series aimed at nothing but girls. Fine with me. They could do a whole series aimed at nothing but men. No problem. They could do a whole series aimed for kids. Great. They could even do a Star Wars television show aimed for toddlers. I don't care. I don't have to watch it. Disney, Lucasfilm, no one is forcing me to watch this stuff. They can be Star Wars for everybody. And I know you're saying, but can't they make it for both? Yes, and I believe they have made it. Yes, and I believe they have made it for both. I believe shows like Star Wars Rebels and maybe the Clone Wars appeal to some adults and some children. I'll be completely honest, the Rebels series did not appeal to me at all. I watched half of the first season, never watched it again. I hear it got better, but to me, the first season was always a little too childish and I couldn't get into it. Plus, the main star, Ezra, I think is his name, his hair looked like blue gummy worms and I couldn't pay attention to the story after that. And I couldn't stand looking at him. I hated the animation style. Same thing with the Clone Wars. I hated the Clone Wars movie, so I really didn't give the Clone Wars TV show a chance. Besides a few episodes, I hated the animation to it, so I never watched it. And what happened that I didn't watch Rebels and I didn't watch Clone Wars? I didn't run out to the internet and voice my opinion that Star Wars needs to make movies just for the Junkman and no one else. I got it. I said, hey, Rebels isn't for me. I didn't say, not my Star Wars. I didn't say, Disney burn in hell for making this. Everyone has different tastes. I don't see the problem with that. Another thing that Disney has to do to grow Star Wars is bring new fans in. Sure, you can do something that appeals to adults and kids alike, and they can watch it with their family. But you also have to bring in new kids that maybe have parents that's not into Star Wars. Yes, believe it or not, sadly, some kids have parents that are not into Star Wars. So Disney needs to find a way to reach those kids. And what a better way to do it than an animated TV series on the Disney Channel. And it seems a lot of fans are shocked that this is aimed for kids. It's on the Disney Channel. 100% of the programs on the Disney Channel is aimed for kids. Now, when I say kids, I mean teenagers also. Almost every show on there is related to people under 15. And before you click the comment section and tell me, Junkman, this is not for kids. If so, it wouldn't come on at 10 o'clock at night. First off, when I saw from the press release, this said 10 o'clock Eastern Time, which means it would air at 7 on the West Coast. So depending on where you are in the United States, you can see it at 7, 8, 9, or 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. And another thing, this may come to a shock to some fans out there, but this is not 1989. Really, most people and kids don't watch a television show based on the first airing of the show. A lot of people have DVRs or TiVo, and they watch these in their own convenience at their own time. And if you know Disney Channel, they run the same programs all the time. So you may see it premiere at 10 o'clock on Sunday night, but you'll see it about 25 times the next day. So the airtime really doesn't matter. And again, before you say 10 o'clock is not a time slot for kids, let's look at some of the other shows that come on at 10 o'clock on the Disney Channel. Are you telling me those aren't for kids? Sorry, I've never seen Pulp Fiction on the Disney Channel. Now let's read some of the comments left on the Resistant trailer at the Disney YouTube channel. There we go. First up, we have "Fuck this shit" and the creators. And the creators can all die in holy hell, Disney. And let's read this next one. "There's no Star Wars after Disney." One more. "This shit looks awful." Wait a minute, before I comment on these, I will tell you these are not about Star Wars Resistance. I lied to you. These are comments left after the first trailer to Rebels, and I bet some of these same people watch and love Rebels. But let's look at some Resistance comments and see what they have to say. Apollo writes, "We really need a Star Wars project aimed for 5-year-olds. Then he adds, "Said no one." You know, one of those classic jokes. First off, we do need program aimed for 5-year-olds. Like I said, Star Wars has to grow. You're not going to grow Star Wars just catering to the same fan base that you have now. And you said no one ever? Well, someone did say we need to reach 5-year-olds. And that guy's name was George Lucas, when he made or approved Star Wars stuff for kids. Such as the Ewoks on Ice.
The Ewoks add their touch of magic.
You cannot tell me that Ewoks on Ice was aimed for adult Star Wars fans. The Bad Cop 69 writes, "If you took a list of everything I wanted in a Star Wars movie, this would have none of it." Well, Bad Cop 69, this wasn't made for you. I don't know why the fan base thinks everything has to be tailor-made for them. Kevin Believe writes, "Nobody cares about the sequel trilogy or any storyline that comes from it." No one cares about that. That's a whole lot of money for something no one cares about. Rimmer writes, "I miss the good old days when the only bad thing that happened to Star Wars was Ewok. Did you forget about this guy?" And are you telling me Ewoks is bad? Ewoks are great, but maybe you mean the Ewoks cartoon. Yes, that was bad. Or the Ewok movies. Yes, that was bad. What about that little thing that George Lucas approved and had a hand in making called Star Wars The Holiday Special? What about the Droids cartoon? And again, Ewoks on Ice. I disagree with you that there's anything wrong with the Ewok. They were great in Return of the Jedi. But to say there's nothing else bad about Star Wars, then you have your head stuck in the sand. And you know most of us hate sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere. This next one says, "Rehire George Lucas." I'm not really sure who she wants to hire George Lucas, or who even fired George Lucas. I'm not really sure what this comment's about. Is it 20th Century Fox, being that they hired Lucas when making the first movie? I'm not really sure what this comment means. I just wanted to share it, hoping someone out there could explain it. And one more. Get this video to 1 million dislikes. Why? Why would you want to get it to that many dislikes? I've sat here for about 5 minutes trying to think of a way to comment on this comment, and why would anyone care if it had 1 million likes or 1 million dislikes? Why would you ask other people to get it to dislikes? Maybe you out there can explain to me. You know, I've never disliked a video on YouTube, even if it's one I don't agree with or one I don't like. I really don't understand why someone would be eager to get this to a certain number of likes or dislikes. And that's a look at just a few of the toxic comments. Now, again, I don't understand why some fans, not most fans, some fans, feel that Star Wars has to be aimed toward them. A lot of fans, and I mean a lot of fans, have told me and said they want an Old Republic Star Wars movie. I don't care about an Old Republic movie. Doesn't interest me. Doesn't look like anything I care about. Out of all the planned Star Wars to do, an Old Republic is something I would care nothing about. Not saying I wouldn't see it, I just wouldn't be excited for it. But am I going to say that Disney shouldn't make it? No, because Disney shouldn't make movies aimed for me. And again, for Star Wars to grow, it needs to reach a whole new fan base of younger people that didn't grow up on Star Wars like many of us did. Well, that's my thoughts on the whole Resistance trailer. Honestly, to me, it looked like a kid's show, and I have no problem with that. Great, it's a kid's show. It's for kids. It's not for me. Move on. I don't really watch cartoons, so I don't really care about this one way or the other. But it does kind of upset me to see how many fans got to get upset because something isn't aimed just for them. So go ahead and tell me in the comments of how wrong and what a jackass I am. But thank you for watching. We'll be back with some more videos very soon.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.